Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, or if you're new here, welcome. Today I'm going to be reviewing the next Oner Active capsule. Really exciting one, all new colours, lots of very exciting pieces. We got new stuff, old stuff, and all the good stuff. So let's get straight into it. The next capsule launching is called Strong is a Statement, and it's going to be launching on the 2nd of April, which is a Wednesday, which is different. We've had every Tuesday for the latest launches for months and months and months. This next one is on a Wednesday, so don't get caught out, don't miss it, write it down. 5 p.m. UK time as always. As for Gold members early access, I'm not 100% sure. However, it does seem as if it's happening for most launches, and it's usually around 1 p.m. UK. So if you are a Gold member and perhaps you don't get an email telling you there is early access, I would log in at 1 o'clock anyway to just double check. So this capsule consists of Effortless, Unified, Go To Seamless, Lounge, a whole range of different pieces, so there's hopefully something that you'll like within this capsule. And as I mentioned earlier, it is all new colours. They do look fairly similar, so I am of course going to be putting some colour comparisons on the screen so that you can see, because it tends to sort of be a shade up or like a shade in between two shades that we already have, if that makes sense. So yeah, I will of course show you that, but the new colours that we have got is Umber Brown, Space Blue, Deep Sage Green, and Soft Sage Green. So two different for the sage greens. So essentially the difference in the Deep Sage Green and the Soft Sage Green is that the Deep Sage Green is launching in the Effortless, and then the Soft Sage Green is launching in everything else. So that's the colour that will be in all the Lounge and all the Unified pieces. So let's show you what the new colours look like. We have got Umber Brown, which at the first thought you might think it looks a lot like Plum Brown, or maybe also Vintage Purple, which is exactly what I thought as well. But when I put them side by side, they're actually very different. It's almost like this is an in-between stage for the two, which I think is a really nice like addition. Obviously, if you like both Plum Brown and Vintage Purple, then a colour that's sort of in between both is a really good option. I really love the Umber Brown because I am such a fan of like neutrals, like browns. I always wear Plum Brown and 70% cocoa, so I'm definitely going to be wearing Umber Brown a lot. The next shade that we've got is Space Blue. Now, I would describe this as a dark blue but with a purple tone to it. So when I wore it for my try on haul, I did think it looked really similar to Amethyst. However, when you put them side by side, they look nothing alike. So I would definitely say it's got a bit of a purple tone to it. And when I put this next to the blues and the purples, it came across a lot more blue on camera, but I would say in person it definitely does have a purple tone to it. Next we've got a Deep Sage Green, and we have got Soft Sage Green. So as you can see, they are slightly different, especially obviously when you wear them together. I'll attach a picture on the screen. You can see they're not the same colour, however they do still look really nice together. Again, I thought it would look really similar to the OG colour Sage, however they're actually nothing alike. If anything, I would say the Deep Sage Green is more similar to Alpine Green, however still different, but that would be the closest colour I would actually say to the new Deep Sage Green. One colour I also forgot to mention, we have got Lavender Purple coming in some lounge and t-shirt pieces. And I just wanted to mention that I am an Oner Active athlete, so I do have an athlete support link and an athlete discount code. The link I will leave below, and it's also on my other social platforms, but going through that helps support my relationship with Oner Active. So thank you so much if you go out of your way to use that link. Then pop in my discount code MEGMAE into the checkout as well. Will of course give you a little discount. I do monthly give backs as well, so make sure if you do support me to forward your email confirmation over to this email on the screen here, and you'll be entered into my monthly give backs. Okay, so let's start off with the sports bras. We have a few different options and we have one brand new bra. So this is the Effortless Seamless Racerback Sports Bra, and I was really excited to try this. We haven't had an Effortless bra in a long time. I thought the design was really different as well, and I was really excited to try it. So I stuck to my true size, size small. However, it is extremely tight, and I've spoken to a few of the athletes. They also agree, and most people feel the need to go up a whole size. So for me, that would be a size medium, which I've actually never worn before. And I haven't tried it also to know how it truly would fit on me. I would definitely suggest going up a size, and if you often struggle with feeling tight on your traps, I would probably say this bra just might not be for you. It's not got very much stretch in the straps here, as you can see, and there's no adjustments for you to be able to make it looser. So if you're on the bigger trap side, I would say to go for one of the other sports bras. So it's quite a minimal sports bra design, a nice plunge, a very different kind of plunge as well. The design here, I think the shape is very flattering, and the back is also just very plain racer back. Like I mentioned, no adjustable straps, but it has got pads that you can take out. Same with the Effortless bottoms, it has got the contouring on the front as well, which I always think is really flattering. It's just a shame that this size small here is very tight on me. I can wear it for a short amount of time, but I don't think I will be able to wear it to train without feeling quite uncomfortable. So with that being said, I would recommend sizing up a size in this sports bra. So for the new sports bra, you will actually be able to grab the space blue, umber brown, deep sage green. We then have the unified micro bralette, which we first saw during the 4th birthday launch. We've had a bandeau before, however this one is slightly different. It's also a different material, but this one doesn't have any straps. It is only a bandeau, and the back has this sort of thinner strap in the back. It shows more of your back. It's got a little curve to it as well, which in my opinion, I do think this newer bandeau is a lot more flattering than the original bandeau we had. It has got the removable pads inside, so you can always take those out, and also we do have a silicone sort of grip inside that helps prevent the bra from slipping. I think this bra is incredibly flattering, especially from the back. It shows so much of your back off, and I really love to wear it on back day. However, I've got a size small here, and during the birthday launch I tried the size extra small. Now the extra small was too tight, really tight when it was on. I was feeling a bit squished, so I went for a size small this time. I do think the small is a tiny bit too big because I had to pull it up a lot. It did keep slipping on me. So annoyingly, I think I'm kind of in between the extra small and a small. So it's really frustrating because I love this bra and I wish I could wear it more, but on me it did slip quite a lot. So of course it's going to fit different on different bodies and different breast size and stuff. So I would recommend sticking to your true size. So in this unified micro bandeau, you'll be able to grab the soft sage green and also the space blue. Now the last sports bra option that we have that I didn't select, but I've got a few upstairs, is the everyday crossback sports bra. So we've had this for a long time. We've got so many colors, and this new sports bra will be coming in the soft sage green and the space blue. This bra doesn't have adjustable straps, however it is a super flattering back and also very flattering from the front because of the way it sort of scoops at the front. I think this bra is really flattering. I don't often wear it, however, just because unified micro bralette is my go-to sports bra and I wear it all the time. if something's comfortable for me and I just love the way it looks, I'll just wear every colour every day. So I don't often pick up the everyday crossback sports bra. However, I do love how it fits and I love how it looks. Next up, we have one jacket to choose from. We have got the unified zip up jacket. You guys know I love these. I love the soft motion one. I love the unified jacket. I just think they are just so flattering. They snatch you in, and I don't know why, but I just think they look a lot more like put together and just nicer than like a hoodie or a jumper. Do you know what I mean? So I absolutely love these jackets. So from the back, we do actually have this little open airway kind of little piece here. To be honest, I don't really take notice of because it's from the back and it doesn't feel any different, if that makes sense. The only thing I wish this jacket had were pockets. So there's no pockets on the jacket. They do have the little thumb holes, which I love, and just the logo on the front here and also one on the back just there. So in these jackets, I wear a size extra small. In a lot of things, I am either an extra small or a small. So in the sports bras that I just showed you, I wear a size small, and then in the unified jacket I wear my size down, which is the extra small. So I would say to stick to your true size unless you want to make sure it's like extra like snatching, and no sort of like excess material on the arms or on the stomach. If you can size down, then you could do that as well. So for the unified jacket, you'll be able to grab the soft sage green and also the space blue. Then moving on to bottoms, we have a couple different choices. We have got Effortless shorts. If you've not tried Effortless, I honestly don't know where you've been. Effortless is probably the most popular product or collection from Oner Active, and I would highly recommend trying Effortless bottoms. They are just so flattering but breathable, stretchy. Yeah, they're just the best leggings and shorts that you could try. Definitely my favorite from the whole of the Oner Active leggings and shorts, because they have got some contours on the front and around the bum as well as quite a subtle small like short scrunch bum as well. So for the Effortless bottoms, I in the summer sized from a size small down to an extra small, and I like the fit of an extra small. I would say I'm a true extra small now in Effortless. Like I mentioned, they are super stretchy, so for the Effortless, an extra small is perfect on me, whereas Unified is a lot more compressive. So in Unified I do wear a size small. So for the shorts, you'll be able to grab the deep sage green, umber brown and also the space blue. And same thing, we have got the Effortless leggings. It'll be launching in the same colours, so the space blue, the umber brown and the deep sage green. The leggings are exactly the same as the shorts, with the contours. The logos that we have are just on the bottom of the leg here, so nothing up here on the hip or on the back. It's just really small at the bottom. When you wear Effortless, it honestly feels like you've not got anything on, because they are like a thinner material, sort of, it's like a second skin like kind of feel. They're so breathable, so stretchy. One important thing to note is different colours fit slightly different, and also some of the lighter colours, like very pale colours, are going to be more sheer because the material is a thinner material. So just like for complete transparency, and I believe it also mentions in the description on the website that Effortless is not 100% squat proof. So that's just something to bear in mind. All the darker colours I've never had an issue with. What I would say is, if you're wearing Effortless leggings and they're a bit too tight where they're like really stretched out, they're going to look more sheer because they're being stretched. So if you find that you're having that issue, I would recommend going for the next size up and trying those out and seeing what you think, because they definitely wouldn't be as sheer. But yeah, if I can recommend anything to you, it's always going to be Effortless leggings or shorts. And then the last pair of bottoms that we have got is Unified, and they are the Unified wrap waist flares. One of my favorite bottoms. I absolutely love flares. I'm actually wearing the soft motion flares right now. I just love how they fit. I think they're just like so flattering but casual at the same time compared to, like, you know, tight leggings. So of course we have got the wrap waist, which in Unified we have got a wrap waist and a regular waist, like a high waist, and I find the wrap is much more flattering. I just think, yeah, it just really like cinches in the waist a lot more. I think the back of them is so flattering. Unified, I think, is not as flattering as Effortless, but it still has the glute separation seam here and contouring, and it still does sort of like separate the glutes and make them look really good. We have different lengths. I believe we have short, regular and long length. I wear the short length in these Unified flares. I am 5'2", and I believe these run a little bit longer than the soft motion flares. I'll put measurements of the like inseams on the screen so that you can see what length you think you're best suited to, but I believe 5'5" and under, I think, is recommended to go for the shorter length. You will only be able to grab the soft sage green, so just this one colour. Then moving on to t-shirts, we have quite a few different t-shirts to choose from. We've got tight ones, we've got loose ones, we've got cropped ones and full length. So definitely a different t-shirt that'll suit you. My favourite is the Go-To Seamless. I love these so much. I live in them. I wear them every week. The long sleeves especially, I'm just really loving them because they are a little bit thinner than Effortless. So they're so breathable, so stretchy, and a t-shirt that you can wear your whole session without getting hot, which I really like. So I'll wear it for the whole session, and yeah, they're just really, really comfortable to train in. So yeah, they are super stretchy that I actually sized down to the extra small. I've tried size smalls, but on the stomach especially, they are just not tight and there's a lot of excess material. So going down to the extra small, I much prefer the fit. It's a lot more snug, but still comfortable. The Go-To Seamless come in long sleeves and short sleeves, and they only come in one length, which is not a crop length at all. It is like a full length t-shirt. So for the Go-To Seamless, short sleeve and long sleeve, you will only be able to grab the soft sage green. And next up, a couple t-shirts that I do not have. We have the Graphic Wash Burnout t-shirt coming in a short sleeve and a long sleeve. They're an oversized t-shirt. I'd recommend sticking to your true size. I tend to wear an extra small, which is my smallest size of the two that I'm between, because most of the time I am tucking in my t-shirt, and when I get the size small, I find I'm just tucking in so much and it becomes a little bit bulky. So I do tend to go for the extra small. So the Graphic short sleeve is the same material as the legendary short sleeve t-shirt that we had, so a bit of the thinner material, and then the long sleeve is the same as the long sleeves that we had in the 12 days of gains, so it's thicker for the long sleeve, but it's that like washed out like look to it. I really love them, but I just have so many t-shirts that I didn't need another one. So for both the long sleeve and the short sleeve, you will be able to grab the lavender purple and also the soft sage green. So to show you the lavender purple again, this is the lovely colour here. A really nice light purple, tiny bit of pink to it, I would say, but it's purple. It's a nice little like lilac colour. Okay, then moving on to what I've got here, which is the Baby Icon tee with the graphic on. I love these t-shirts. I just really love that the sleeve is like capped and it shows off your shoulders. I think it just looks so nice. And I love this graphic. This graphic is the same as the lifting champs. I love this design. I think it looks really nice. So they are a tight fit, but I do size down to an extra small for an even tighter fit. So if you're in between sizes and you want it to be a bit tighter, I'd recommend going for the size down. These baby tees here are going to come in the lavender purple, space blue and soft sage green. We're then also going to have the baby tees without the graphic, and it's just the plain tone on tone logo in the exact same colours as well. If you don't like a big graphic across your t-shirts, there is an option to have just a plain t-shirt. We then have a new item. We have a Cotton Icon long sleeve. Super exciting. I did not know what size to go for because the Cotton Icon, like compared to the Go-To Seamless, is a completely different material. The other material is super stretchy, whereas I would say this one doesn't have as much stretch to it. So for that reason, I often find sometimes my arms are very tight in like long sleeve stuff. So I went for a size small and I'm glad I did. It fits perfectly. I feel like an extra small would have been really tight on my arms. And you know when it's tight that it becomes like you don't want to train in it because it feels quite restrictive. The size small for me is perfect. So just maybe bear in mind, like if you're someone that you have like more muscular arms, then maybe get the size up, because they are true to size anyway. I just normally get the extra small in the short sleeves because I like it to be super tight, especially like on the waist and on the shoulders, like it makes them pop. But obviously when it comes to a long sleeve, you don't want that restrictiveness. So stick to your true size. But yeah, as you can see, there's no graphic on here. It is just the plain Icon t-shirts with the tone on tone logo here. And I think it's nice, like another little plain t-shirt, because obviously we have the Mellow Soft, which is a completely different fit to these. So it's nice to have like two different options now. Okay, and then the last two pieces are Lounge, which unfortunately have not arrived in time. It's coming tomorrow, annoyingly. So we have mid-weight lounge this time. We have sweatshirts, zip-ups, and joggers. So let's run through. And the graphic on the midweight is the exact same as we saw in Lifting Champs, which was such a sellout. Everybody absolutely loved it. So it's nice now that it's coming in a few new colours. One thing to mention is that the midweight joggers have increased the inseam lengths. So the regular length is 2 centimetres longer, and then the long length is 3 centimetres longer. So that is something quite a lot of people have mentioned, is that in the mid-weight joggers, they seem to be quite short. So a lot of the shorter girls have been ordering the long length. And then obviously the girls with the long legs get the long length, but they're a little bit too short. So they've added a little bit more material, which is great. So the mid-weight joggers do not have drawstring or a ribbed waist. It is just the elasticated waist, and it does sit more of a mid to low waist. They're not high-waisted joggers. You can pull them up a bit, but they don't really quite sit right, or they don't really look the best if you try and wear them high-waisted. One thing is they don't have pockets. So that is one thing I just love. Like I've always got my phone on me, and like obviously when I take my dog out, when I've got things in my pockets, I don't wear those joggers because it's really annoying. So that's just one thing about the mid-weight lounge. But I think for like the weather currently, mid-weight lounge is perfect because it's not too hot at all. It's also not too thin. It's like in the middle. So for the mid-weight joggers, you'll be able to grab the lavender purple, space blue, and also the soft sage green. Then to match, we have got the mid-weight jumpers, so the sweatshirts. The same graphic as the baby tees here. I will attach pictures on the screen, but it's the same graphic here on the jumper that we have seen previously in old colours. I this time have ordered a size extra small, and if it comes in time, I'll put some pictures on the screen to show you the difference of how a small and an extra small fits on me, because I found the small to be pretty oversized in the jumper, just a little bit too oversized for my liking. So I'll show you the difference on the screen if it arrives in time. Just something to bear in mind, the jumpers are an oversized fit, so stick to your true size or maybe size down if you don't like things too oversized. Last item to match the joggers, we have got the zip mid-weight hoodies. So they've got a hood, they've got a zip, and they have got pockets. So no big graphics on the front, just the small logo. So you can get a full matching set, whether you prefer a hoodie or a jumper. For these, I'd recommend sticking to your true size. If you like things super oversized, you could definitely size up. I don't feel as if the hoodie is as oversized as the jumper is on me. That is everything launching. If you do have any further questions, make sure to just leave a comment below, or you can DM me on Instagram, which is at megmaefit. I do have an Oner Active athlete support link, which is in the description, and it's always in my Instagram and TikTok bio as well. Using that helps support my relationship with Oner Active, and I do receive a small amount of commission. So thank you so much if you go out of your way and go through this link, because I know it's that extra step. You know, it's not just going onto Google and typing in Oner Active, it's going through an athlete's link, which probably doesn't seem like a lot, but it does really, really help us out. So thank you so much if you do use that. I also have a discount code that will give you a little discount at your basket on all items. The discount code is MEGMAE, so you can pop that in at the checkout. You cannot use discount codes at the same time if you use Oner Active points or an Oner Active like student discount. You can't use two different discounts at once. And I do monthly give back, so if you use my support links and support codes, make sure to forward that Oner Active confirmation email over to my email, which I'll leave on the screen here. Forward that over to me and you're entered into my monthly give back. I give back to one winner a month who will receive a gift card of choice, just as a little way to say thank you, and just like your support means so much, and it's nice to be able to give back to you, because some of you girls support me like every Oner launch, every month, and it just means so much. So thank you so much. Make sure to forward that over to me. Otherwise, I will see you in the next video.